Now, I know one thing with F1 is there's a very hardcore base of very advanced players. Is there anything in F1 2012 that's going to kind of be for those guys, the guys who really ramp it up and take it to the next level?
I mean, certainly the message that we've been putting out for a while is talking about accessibility and getting those that are just on the borderline of being interested in racing games or being intimidated by F1. But it doesn't ever mean that we're forgetting the hardcore. So it's a good opportunity for me to say, yes, there's still a lot of stuff for them. One of the things we're always trying to copy from Formula One is the little nuances. I mean, in a lot of console races these days, I think they almost dumb it down too much. So what we tried to do with Formula One was provide themes from the real world of F1, such as being able to turn your engine mix up or down to save fuel. In real life, they've probably got loads of settings. There's loads of little dials and things that they can do on the steering wheel. But we take that concept and we've given you 3 options of dialing the engine up or dialing it down. So this year we've done it with brake bias, which means that the hardcore can actually modify with a little lever in the car when they're driving around, just like the hero like Michael Schumacher, who does it all the time when driving around Monaco. He's always playing with the little controls. It means you can adjust the car into the corners. You move it to the back to try and help the nose get into the high-speed corners. You move it to the front under heavy braking to try and not lock up the rear tyres and spin. So there's little things that you can play around with, because Formula One can be enjoyed over a 3-lap race or a 5-lap race in season career, or you can do a 100% race. The car's heavy, the rain conditions are deteriorating, it's slipping all over the place. You can play with these little things to get the most out of the car.
Fantastic. Sounds really loads of lovely little details there. So another thing is, with the AI drivers, will they progress as the player does? You know, will we see them adapt and change?
One of the things that we've tried to do this year is replicate what Pirelli have done with the tyres. So a lot of the teams are very close in terms of their raw pace of the actual car, and the real difference seems to be whether or not they're on top of the tyres for that weekend. Which is nice, I think, for a game, in the sense that you don't feel like you have to be in a specific car just to win the title or win a race. You've got an opportunity almost anywhere in the grid now if you can get on top of the tyre management stuff. So what we've done for the AI teams is they actually try to get on top of their tyre management throughout the year. So if you start the season with the likes of Mercedes, they're actually struggling perhaps with managing the rear tyres, but they've got great pace, so they do great in qualifying. Maybe you'll find it tougher during the longer races. If you've been watching Formula One, you'll notice Sauber are very good on their tyres. The drivers really making the most of that car's abilities. So you can kind of adapt yourself to those things. But the AI teams themselves are trying to sort out and improve their tyre management. So even if you see a trend at the beginning of the season, it doesn't mean that it's going to be following that come the end of the year.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for talking to us. It's Frank, looking forward to F1 2012. Thanks. Cheers. Bye.